you on the phone or whatever the case may be, or other people like my tweets no more. Let me posit this. First and foremost, when it comes to the industry and shit like that, you don't know you don't know people's inner workings. You don't know you just don't know like the inner workings of their relationships. And he possibly could have been, outside of the relationship and make because let me tell you something. You ever meet somebody who they have their kids by all their like they have all of their kids by one person, they just don't deviate outside of that, but it's really like not per se an open relationship, but the nigga is definitely doing his thing. What I'm trying to say is that people, I feel like they reading his energy and they not being compassionate, and they trying to make it seem like DC Young Fly like he really didn't care about her or whatever the case may be. I don't think it's that, but maybe the relationship just wasn't like that. I mean, I'm telling you, I know that you've known people who met people who were like that before, where they had situations with people, and it was like, she wants all of her kids by him, but do he do his thing and do he fuck around with other women? Now I know that a lot of people also was speaking about that he wanted to, he was into polygamy, but that's besides the point. I just wanted to more so just play a little bit of this and see, like, I felt like his energy was genuine. I felt like he was being strong for his kids, but a lot of people felt like he sacrificed her. You know how it goes, and with the conspiracy theorists. But I can't say that they be 100% off. But I don't think in this situation it's the case. I feel like Jackie O, she chose to get that surgery. They even said that the surgery was free, and unfortunately, she passed away. But people were just, I don't know. I feel like it's interesting sometimes as a content creator just to sit back and hear what people say. Like, I like to be in subscriber mode and just be like, like people, because I didn't take it as he was not being genuine, or I didn't take it the way that they took it. But anyway, let's just play a few minutes of this because then I want to move on.
If you read, I like that Genesis teach you first about Joseph before
he looks nervous.
They break it off in any other story, because if you're paying attention,
he tweaking. He pulling his belt. He nervous.
Constantly, but obstacle and obstacle and obstacle and obstacle. And
also, I heard a lot of people saying that it's like they said it sounded like he took this from one of his aunts or something like that. Let me tell you something. He doing a good job. To me, it's coming from his heart. But it's like people would just move the goalposts. But I think the truth of the matter is you don't know the inner workings of their relationship. Let's be honest and let's be fair. He was the one apparently as the breadwinner, right? So you don't know if she was just, okay, listen, how many people do you know who get attached to a person who's doing a thing and they just like, well, the lifestyle is comfortable. And if you want to give an example to that, that's Derek Jackson and Danae. I feel like she tolerated so much of that. You knew that this nigga been cheating on you and doing all of this stuff, and you tolerated and stayed because of his resources and because they were in a mansion. She was in a mansion with her kids, even though he had a condo in Atlanta. She was still in it. You think you want to listen? You want to leave that life? Imagine how many people who never lived in something like that, and they live in a mansion, and nigga is doing his thing, cheating, but financially he taking care of you, he taking care of the kids, but you unhappy. But I'm just saying, like, you don't know the inner workings of people's relationship, and I felt that he was genuine. But I'm gonna read the comments after I play a little bit of this.
Really read deeper, and you understand. Man, Joseph ain't never said, "Why me, God?"
Also, this is a speaking engagement, so I don't even care if he prepared and looked over. I don't think he prepared, though. I feel like he's coming off of the dome. That's how I personally feel.
And if you're a firm believer, then his hands on you, then we're gonna be straight. And that's one thing I know, that we gonna be straight. Do we? But I don't lead by the. And sometimes life hits you with a curveball, but that's for anybody out here that's going through something, man.
I could relate to that. How many of y'all can relate to that, where everything will be good and you just get hit with a curveball? It'll be one of your friends who pass away suddenly, one of your family members, somebody come up with a diagnosis, whatever it is. We all get hit with curveballs at times. And I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of people are just insensitive. And even if I did feel like that, I'm gonna be real with you, I would not tear him down in this moment. His child's mother just passed away. A lot of people were all right, let's play this. I'm getting ahead of myself.
So you got to stick it through, man. You know.
So
I don't really care for the applause. You got to stick it through no matter what you're going through in life, man. Because somebody always going through something worse than you. And guess what? We here today, but somebody going through burying 3, 4 folks at the same time.
that's true though.
Understand what she did and her input and what she did on this earth, man. She made sure it's just problem is really small, man. The problem is really small, man. You always want to have a good relationship with any and everybody. Don't matter what's going on in life, just make sure the relationship is good. You dig what I'm saying? And if for those who know me, they know I got a great spirit. I be smiling and I give support and I try to uplift you in all type of ways. Just because I feel good when other people feel good around me. So when I really be saying I be taking energy from people, I be dead serious. If you happy, I'm over there soaking up the energy. And if you bad, I'm going this way. But that's just how I am, because I know as a human being, I wouldn't be able to deal with none of y'all as a human being. But since I know God got me, I'm willing to put up with y'all.
See what and then people chop that apart. They felt like being that he said that, saying that, if it wasn't for God, he wouldn't be able to put up with anybody there. What I feel is though that he was trying to articulate and say is that based on the circumstance of what he's going through, if it wasn't for God, he wouldn't be able to be there and be calm like that. And you can't be mad at somebody whose faith is stronger than yours. You can't. Like, that's how I feel about that. You can't be mad just because you may not be a believer, and just because you don't know his rooting. You don't just because he said he came from nothing. You don't know his rooting as far as like his faith and anything or his walk with God. You don't know, man.
And if we gotta be the example, mm, mm, mm. if we got to be the example for everybody else, or for anybody that's going through something, I'm here to tell you, man, look, y'all was probably feeling for us, swearing that we didn't know what he was gonna do, his mind going crazy.
Yeah,
Listen, man,
people do think
dealing
that.
with trauma all my life, man. It just so happened this is new to me because I never had a rib to leave. But I'm here to tell you as a firm believer.
My friend Tanya, she said, there's nothing new about what you're going through. It's just you going through it. Real talk. You sometimes, and then I even believe the faith, he's serving good face and character here, but the healing and the hurt is going to happen after this ceremony. So it's like people not even trying to give him the they're not even trying to give him grace to even like just to say like they ain't even consider his daughters as his children are in the audience, and if he was up there crying and you don't know what type of emotion that would inflict on them, because of course he's trying to be strong. Like, it's crazy how people break stuff down, but I think it's interesting how a lot of our minds work.
Even, man, God makes no mistakes. Don't question nothing. Don't even question what we going through. Because we're going to go through it and get through it, because my God is going to give us the strength to get through it.
What's wrong with that?
You dig what I'm saying?
So listen, I don't want to watch that whole thing because I do gotta like move it on. This is another thing that people was reading, and they said that this was they felt as though that this was kind of like off because he didn't really speak about the love that he had for her or anything like as a partner. So let me just read this to you. This was his first post that he made about Jackie O. He said, "I wasn't in no rush to post this." Wait, hold on. He said, "I wasn't in no rush to post this because I wanted it to be a dream, how many of us feel when somebody dies. So bad that every hour I'm reminded of reality. So I want to make sure I applaud you in the proper manner. You are the greatest mother I know. Your soul was beautiful. You always wanted the best for others, and I admired how our family loved each other. Never had to worry about our kids loving each other because you were on top of that. We God-fearing and are grounded by the Spirit. We never question the higher power. We roll with the punches, and we continue to live righteous. Uh, we'll always tell our kids how much of an amazing person you were, especially a great mother. You know how our last convo went. I prayed for you, and now we are here. But it's okay. We will continue to pray and hold and hold on to our faith because that's all we know. Love you forever. And our kids are super strong. They helping me with the tranquility, no cap. You with me forever. The queen of my children will always have a spot in my heart. And the paradise, you gonna get me for that. But it's true. Love you forever. Just know we going harder than ever, and God is in control, and He got us covered, right? So some people felt as though that he wasn't saying this from a perspective of like his love outside of the children or anything like that. But you like, I feel like he wrote this up himself. He didn't have a publicist type that shit up like how some rappers do. He wrote this from his heart, and maybe he didn't. But again, like I said, you don't know the inner workings of people relationships. You don't know if she was just the one. Like, you listen, some people, they get a girl and they like, especially when they feel like, oh, this is the one, this is my wife, this is whoever. Well, she wasn't his wife. Well, this is my girl, that's gonna be my kid's mother, or whatever the case may be. And maybe that was just a situation that they were comfortable with. You don't really know. And then a lot of people, they brung up the lives where they felt like he was disrespectful he was being disrespectful to her. Maybe he was disrespectful, I don't know. I don't feel like that's right to be disrespectful, especially to your child's mother, while the world can see. But all I'm saying is, you don't know the inner workings of people's relationships. I just hate you. I want to say this and then I'm going to move on. I feel like anytime someone passes away, I hate that. I don't know. I don't want to say it's malice, but hold on a second. I just feel like when a person, especially when they just literally were just lowered into the ground, and it's just like, dang, I don't know. I do find it a little callous. I do. I do. I had to look it up because I'm like, wait, it's not malice, it's callous. It is a little callous because it's like, damn, would you want somebody doing that like to you if your loved one passed away? It's like a lot of, and then people are saying that, he body shamed her. With her body. Listen, at the end of the day, I feel as though that there was still, maybe she did make that decision to go into, to have that surgery to appease her man. But most women nowadays, not most, but I'm just going to say some of them, they tend to, get caught up into the social media, and everybody wants to be snatched and, just have a perfect, like, just have a perfect body. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like at the end of the day, that was on her. That was a decision that she made. May her soul rest in peace. The situation is just unfortunate, but I feel like a lot of the angles that people coming at, as far as like, people love to say, was this person sacrificed? Um, you just don't. I mean, I don't think that she was sacrificed. I think that she just made a choice that it just didn't work in her favor. Like, at the end of the day, that's just all. That's just how I feel about that. Let me just read a few of the comments before I move on. I agree. He told her that yeah, he told her that her titties look like pizza slices. Yep. He likes to diss women a lot, so I can believe it. You think that? So you're saying, Jenny, that you feel as though she had that surgery for him? I agree. I hate when they bring up problems during death. That's what I'm saying. It's very callous. It's very callous. I personally feel it's like, dang, like, give it some time. What's up, Lola? She had her own money. Hmm. Okay. Sometimes it don't hit you until after. I'm telling you, listen, my aunt was putting on at my grandfather's funeral. She was like, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm this," and like, she was being nice and this and that. And I tell you, like, she slipped into a depression after that, and because I think it's the real healing goes on after. Like, yo, when you just be in your car and something randomly just hits you, and you like, oh, this person is not here anymore. Like, that shit really runs a number on you. So rest in peace to Jackie. Yo, I just felt like people were being insensitive, and it's like, dang, like, people are so quick to be like, was this a sacrifice? They have YouTube channels that talk about sacrifices all the time. And what I really feel like is that people be watching these channels and they just don't even really know how to formulate their own opinion. So they just say everything is just a sacrifice. I don't believe that though. So anyway, let's move on. Where I wanted to go next. Let me go to Twitter actually, because I wanted to bring this up. So the situation with Nicki Minaj and the whole the SWAT thing that was reported. Let me just see. Nicki Minaj. It's like the things that they said. They want to say this so that it can be like cemented on the internet. But listen, they clearly showed up and they seen that it was nothing wrong with Nicki's child. So let me just bring this up real quick. Um, all right, right. let's get into this. So Nicki Minaj gets swatted by callers who claimed that that her son was being treated unfairly and a fire at her LA home. It's just mad people. See, let me tell you something. A person would look at something like this, and then they would get you wrapped in and be like, "Oh, this is a hex." No, this is not a fucking hex. This is people who are miserable, people who are evil. I honestly think that. Actually, let me bring this up real quick. Where did Nikki post that at? See, it's gonna be. If you know what I'm talking about, remember the other day Nikki said that people try to make your life miserable because they miserable. Yeah, that's what miserable people do. You understand what I'm saying? So I want to bring that up real quick just so I could show y'all, just so you could see how this coincides. When did this happen? This happened on June 5th when she posted this, right? You know, Nikki is not going to really give the details like that, especially if she plans on getting the person sought after. You know, if they're going to be based on what they were saying, that Nikki is definitely investigating this matter to see who was behind it. So Nikki posted, she said, you know, someone is miserable with their own life when they're constantly looking for a way to destroy someone else's, right? So, okay, that's that. So Nicki Minaj gets swatted by callers who claimed her 2-year-old son is being unfairly treated in the fire at her home in LA. So the trolls, the singer was trolled, the rapper. So hold on. So the trolls singer was trolled. Nicki Minaj was reportedly swatted last week when someone called the police, falsely claiming that someone was not treating her child right. The anonymous caller had notified child services. You see what they doing? You see what? Listen, and I guarantee you, Sunken Eyes is sitting back and she laughing at this shit because let me tell you something. You could think that you could be in your glory and you know that your fans is doing stuff like that. But let me tell you, baby, you're gonna pay for it. You're gonna pay for it. You are. So the anonymous caller notified child services that Minaj's 2-year-old son was being treated unfairly and led the sheriff's deputies showing up to the rapper's LA house. A law enforcement source told TMZ. So law enforcement officials spoke with Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Petty, at the scene, and after examining the child, who showed no signs of abuse, determined it was a swatting prank. Hours later, another caller phoned into 911 dispatch and alerted. And then, you know what? These weaklings and these evil people, these miserable people, they sitting right on Twitter and they just watching to try to see when this is going to blow up. I'm telling you, I know how it goes. I know how it goes. They sitting up and they waited for this story to come out to be like, oh, I did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like one of those things. Like, do you remember back in the day when media takeout was the shit? How I questioned their how I questioned like media takeout is because sometimes like I remember I would send them random stuff and I would see them post it. I'd be like, oh, this is they post anything that a person sends them. Like it was crazy. Like they would post anything. So hold on a second. So I think what it is that these people they sit back and they wait to see the story the story surface. Hold on. All right. So hours later, they called 911 and dispatched that it was a fire at her house. What is wrong with these miserable ass people? The fire was quickly realized another swatting attempt, leading Minaj to reportedly hiring a lawyer. I hope she get them. I hope she does. Trace them lines back. Yes, to hold responsible the people behind the pranks. Swatting is an act of calling law enforcement or reporting a crime or emergency, so a large police response or even a SWAT team shows up at a specific location. Officials have repeatedly warned people not to SWAT as it wastes time and resources that could be used for better purposes. People are miserable, and the thing is that it don't even really real talk. We could say that the people are evil. It's miserable people. They miserable because they just want to. They want to try to embarrass Nikki during whether it is it's like a rollout or whatever the case it is. They want to try to embarrass her. So to me, like this is what I'm saying. People be getting you emotionally bonded by using certain words and as their shtick and getting you caught up. These people is miserable. You know that in my opinion, this is related to Cardi B fans, and I'm gonna show you exactly why I feel that way. So the anonymous caller had notified child services, and we know that that was bullshit. Politicians, celebrities, influencers have all been victims of swatting pranks, which have sometimes turn deadly, as in the death of a father after a serial prankster called the cops after a fight over a bet while playing the video game Call of Duty. Former White House advisor Steve Bannon and U.S. Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene have both been swatted multiple times. So yeah, this is some shit that a person tried to do to embarrass Nicki. But let me just show you this real quick. Hold on. I want to go to my page because I like this tweet, because this was something. These people are miserable. These people, they get mad when Nicki gets ahead. You know, the whole Barbie rollout and then the album announcement. It's like, you don't think that this is. Listen, these people know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing, and it's a group of individuals who are doing this shit. So listen, I know a lot of y'all. Do you remember this right here? Do you remember this? This is a Cardi B fan page. Nicki Minaj had my account suspended for 18 hours for posting the cease and desist letter she sent to me. She is trying to silence me like she silenced her husband's blank, but it didn't work. I'm on my way to send off my 103 letters exposing her to the Hidden Hills residence. You see the person's face associated with this? This is her fans doing that. I hope that listen, she already hired a lawyer. You know, with Nicki, the money is endless. So she's gonna find out who you are. They're gonna find out. I hope you call from a burner phone. I hope you listen. You know they don't got pay phones no more. So you better did your thing with trying to cover your tracks on that one, because she's gonna hunt you down. And this is all, in my opinion, this is all rooted in Cardi. All roads point to Cardi B, in my opinion. And this is the type of sick shit that these weak ass bitches do, because they fave don't got no talent. We see how they losing on the charts. We know for a fact that, let me tell you something. The way that Apple Music is fudging numbers for this bitch, we know that they fudging numbers. Ain't no way that there's one network that a person is interested in a song in, and then on other networks it's low. Them bitches amassed 10 million streams in 1 week for the damn video. When did we do that? In like 2 days? What? Like, talk facts. And this is the thing. You don't realize when people look at stuff like that and they see that, and they see us number one in the second week when the song was already out 1 week, and they see us killing it, that shit infuriates them. It makes them mad. So it's like, it's sad because they doing all of this for a bitch who don't even really got no talent. But you feel like you got to try to embarrass Nicki because you know her rollout and everything that's coming out. That shit is so funny to me. It's so funny. Like it's almost, it's sad. And I think, you know what? Now I understand why Nicki moves certain ways that she do, and I'm not even going to talk about it. But I understand why she does what she does now. I completely get it. I get it. I do. So, you know what? Who God bless, no man can curse. Who God bless, nobody can sit up on a weak ass show talking about hexes or anything like that. Who God bless, you can't. You can't. Nikki is still here winning. You see this person, they got black gloves on. Like, you know that this was a man. You know that they was. Sending 103 letters out to the residents in the area. What was that supposed to do? What was it supposed to do? And you see the name, Swift Barty? Come on. She has the weakest fan base, because it's so sad that you know what? I'll say this. I feel like it's so sad how hard Nicki worked for her career and how easily, and I'm gonna tell you this too, Cardi B, when your karma come, baby, it's gonna come. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna be around waiting for that shit to hit you too. I'm gonna be waiting around because your label, regardless of what happened with you, you was in on the plan on this shit. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you. Now, I feel like female rappers should do this to her too. They should do this to her too. Do y'all remember on Instagram that not Instagram? Do you remember on Twitter when it came to Cardi B, when she was coming up around the time when she was on that song with G Easy and all of them? There was multiple bot pages on Twitter that would post the same thing over and over. Nicki Minaj diss Cardi B. Nicki Minaj diss Cardi B. So female rappers, I think that you should use this bitch as a gateway. Why are y'all scared of this bitch? Because she look like she eat chopped cheese and she from the Bronx. She's not educated. She's dragged up. Another fucking little Kim. She's dragged up. Like, yo, you know what? Ooh, I posted this shit in my stories on my female rapidly, and I even posted saying I noticed a lot of you bitches watching my shit for her too. So what Foxy said, I got a message. Watch our motherfucker send this. Yeah. And you know what's so, no, I'm not even gonna say that. Nope, because it's irrelevant. I just know that people are watching because not even from her team, but I know that certain people that know Nicki's be seeing my shit too. Because I'm not even gonna say who it is, but I just know that they do because I've seen them in multiple of my stories. I was like, oh, okay. Like I don't ever need Nicki to speak to me or tell me that she's seen something because I just know that my shit is potent and I know that it reaches point blank. Like I don't gotta try hard. Like you try hard, you die hard. I don't gotta do all that. I don't. But what I want to say is that it's sad that Cardi has her name affiliated with Nicki with no fucking talent, with no talent at all. And this is why people don't understand why I could be happy for somebody like Sexy Red, who's not as lyrical as certain girls. But listen, y'all motherfuckers, you think you could praise Cardi for them bullshit raps that she spit? She didn't write that shit. In my opinion, she didn't write it. And y'all niggas want to, she just wants to be a face that was made up and paid for to seem like she can be a half as beautiful as Nicki Minaj and that she can compete with some sort of rhymes. Like, stop this foolery. So, in regards to this whole swatting matter, I know that I'm not the only person who thinks like this. I think that this is definitely rooting in Barty Gang. It's rooted. Listen, y'all know that it's a certain thing. You know what it is though? When it comes to Cardi, they don't like this shit that I'm doing right now, or they don't like when we're on Twitter and we talking our shit or whatever, because it's like we be talking facts. The bitch is untalented. She purchased her beauty. She purchased everything that has to go to her name, and it pains them. And this is why they have to do things like this to try to think that they're embarrassing Nicki. They think that they trying, and it's just it's a game. So I want you to pay attention to this person right here. If you're doing stuff like this, trying to send letters to the residents in the area, what else would you do? What else would you do? You're gonna get dragged down, and I hope that that bitch save you. I hope that she do. But Cardi, listen, you gonna what you reap is what you reap what you sow. And that's how I feel about that. You're gonna get it back. I'm telling you. You might think that you chilling now, running around on your island in your damn house. You're gonna get it back. I promise you that. I promise you. Hold on. No tour. You see what I'm saying? We'll say no tour. You was on a song with another mainstream bitch and you couldn't knock Nicki off the #1 spot with a video with another mainstream bitch who already got songs. What they say Big Energy was just 3 times platinum other day? Come on, you on a song with a mainstream girl. Y'all couldn't do that on y'all week where y'all was using Nicki Minaj strategy talking about push, push, final push, 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 push. Bitch, who taught you that? Who taught you that? Who taught you how to do that shit? That's why I'm saying, like, Foxy, you was right when you said it years ago. Swear they hate her guts, then turn and steal from her. And silver hummers, yeah, baby, real stunners. Ask me about some work, I could get you some ill numbers. Yeah, these bitches will listen. That shit is so weird to me, and that's why with that person who do that show, it's weird to me how you talk down on people, but you take. A person who I don't like, I don't take shit because I don't listen. How you swear they hate her guts, then turn and steal from her? These bitches is on their pages, on their social medias with millions of followers talking about push, last push, and to be in number 40. Number 40 in the final day. Y'all couldn't get that shit top 10 at least with 2 bitches on this track? With 2 people on the track? You had Cardi blast the station head link in her damn stories of 165 million people, and you let the barb show you up with like almost 1,000 more people in their chat than you? Where is the power at for real? And you put it in. You put not only did you put it on Instagram, you put it on Twitter. You cross promoted that motherfucker, and it's like that's it. That's it. That's all you could substantiate. Really? Okay, that's why they mad. This is why they mad because the fan base is too strong. On the final day of that tracking week last week, we was still in the top 5 by 12 o'clock midnight. Still no video at all. So it's a lot of people angry about that. They angry because they like, damn, how the fuck we ain't knocked these bitches off? How this bitch going into her 16th year and she's still powerful and her fans are still powerful like that? How? And then you know what happened? Oh, you know what? Damn, I wanted to post this. Hold on. Let me show this. Let me show this. Hold on. Give me a second. I want to go into my inbox and show this message that somebody sent me. A Tokyo Tony talking about Cardi. Hold on. Hold on. So this is Tokyo Tony talking about Cardi B, and this is supposed to be on the Neighborhood Talk, but they deleted it. Hold on.
No. I'm sorry, I didn't read the post. Don't know what's going on. I just got distracted by that lip. Girl, I'm not messing with your lip. I'm just saying, delete this shit and go again. Tell these people to delete this and you re-record because your
Hold on. Can't review. No, we can't do that. Hold on. Hold on. Why did it do that? Whatever. Hold on a second, y'all. Yeah, that went into my. Give me a second. It went into my inbox, and that's private, so I didn't want to do that. But damn, I hope y'all seen that though. Hold on a second. Give me a second. Let me just bring that back. Fuck. Hold on. Give me a second. Damn, why can't? All right, let's just do this again.
no.
So
I'm
this is
sorry, I
Tokyo
didn't
Tony
read
talking
the
about Cardi B.
no. I'm sorry, I didn't read the post. Don't know what's going on. I just got distracted by that lip. Girl, I'm not messing with your lip. I'm just saying, delete this shit and go again. Tell these people to delete this and you re-record because your lip look like the Planet of the Apes. Like, where is it?
Not all, but a lot of people who are melanin deficient, not all, because I've seen some. Maybe it's just Cardi and her genetics, but a lot of people who don't have the phenotype, they have very thin lips. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Let me just play this again.
No.
That was
I'm
crazy.
sorry, I didn't read the post. Don't know what's going on. I just got distracted by that lip. Girl, I'm not messing with your lip. I'm just saying, delete this shit and go again. Tell these people to delete this and you re-record because your lip look like the Planet of the Apes.
Damn.
Like, where is it?
Wow. Damn.
She look like Joe Rivers.
Oh shit. She said she looked like Joan Rivers. I didn't even watch it to the what? Okay, so let me get that off the screen. And shorty, won't you come my way? Let me bring this up real quick so I could get my screen back. All right, so let's bring this back up. All right. Let me bring this up next. I always, but let me ask you this. Nothing you could, ain't nothing saying that maybe I'll think her. I never. Shout out to my friends back in Brooklyn. My friends, she used to always say that, like, I do not feature her. I don't feature her. No, and I get it. Yeah, I don't. I never featured Lotto. Ever. Ever. Hold on. I want to go over here. And I don't even want to listen to this shit because it was so annoying. But let's see. So Cardi B, she's trying to continue the promo push for Lotto. So she posted this unboxing of her bag from Lotto. I don't even want to click on that really, but she's trying to like push this shit out or whatever the case may be. Lotto, you better save that motherfucking money because you're already fucking on somebody's husband allegedly, and you don't know how long that money's gone. You know what I'm saying? You better be smart and stack that shit. So anyway, Nicki Minaj posted. I'm gonna go to her page and do that post. Let me go up. Give me a second because I don't want to view that there. Nicki M motherfucker. If she say she not a fan, she a lying motherfucker.
Stop playing with him, Riot. And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a Ken. Like Jazzy, Stacy, Nicki. All of the Barbies is pretty. All of the Barbies is bad. It girls, and we ain't playing tag. Stop
What y'all
playing with him,
think?
Riot. And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a Ken. Like Jazzy, Stacy, Nicki. All of the Barbies is pretty. All of the Barbies is bad. It girls, and we ain't playing tag.
And you see Nicki, she posted in the comments too. Didn't she say she got a reduction? What did she say in the comments? New boobs, who this? Yeah. You know what? I'm happy Nicki got her boobs done because, even though she looked good in all her outfits, I felt like sometimes her breast was so big that it just kind of like, You remember when she was at the when she did the Met Gala and it was like she had that dress on? I could tell that she was a little uncomfortable with her top because um I feel like she still looked good, but it was just like, holding it up. And then also just the appearance of it. Like, I feel like she's tiny. So it's like, with having a child, it's like your breasts get bigger. But I felt like hold on. Damn, hold on. My damn plug came out. All right. Shit. Sabotage. My love likes to sabotage. I love you. Whatever. Try to sabotage my shit. So yeah, I feel like she wanted her shit smaller. Not only I feel like it looks nice for her tiny figure, but yeah, it was time. I remember, she mentioned that before that was going to happen, that she was thinking about it. Who was she on live with before when she said that? I can't. Was it with Tay, Eric and Tay? I can't remember, but yeah, Nikki, do whatever makes you happy. I feel like shit. She's pretty anyway. That shit really don't matter. So then she about to be going on tour. She don't want to go on tour, and it's like that's a lot of based on what the ladies be saying, that's a lot of weight to be carrying around. So shit, and that puts a lot of pressure on your back, I can imagine. So Nikki looks cute. She debuted the little snippet of this song. I think that it sounds good. It sounds like something that fits Ice Spice too.
All of the Barbies is pretty. Damn. All of the Barbies is bad. It girls, and we ain't playing tag. Stop playing with them, Riot. And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a Ken. Like Jazzy, Stacy, Nicki. All of the Barbies is pretty. Damn. All of the Barbies is bad. It girls, and we ain't playing tag.
So when Nikki was talking about this, the other day on her yesterday when she was on AMP and she was talking about this, she said that so many producers offered this song to her, but she felt like it was cheesy and she didn't want to do it. So the way that Riot the way that he produced it and put it together, it made her want to fuck with the song. I feel like it does have that kind of like hood appeal with the drill too. I can't wait to hear the verses.
And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a Ken. Like Jazzy, Stacy, Nicki. All of the Barbies is pretty. Damn. All of the Barbies is bad. It girls, and we ain't playing tag.
So they saying number one. I mean, y'all taking this to number one. We definitely gonna support that. Make sure that you are streaming Pound Town 2. Make sure that you're streaming Princess Diana the remix. Red Ruby the Sleaze. Make sure that you streaming that as well. Just listen, we supporting Nikki. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, look at the material. I want y'all to understand this before I get off of here. Understand everything that Nikki has been doing, like all of the chart success that she's had, like the radio success with her songs. Like, just look at all of that. There is not no motherfucking hex on Nicki Minaj. It's people who don't like her. It's evil motherfuckers who they tired of seeing a black bitch win this long for so long. Like, damn, this bitch in the year 16 and she's still looking like day one. Like, what? This don't happen to everybody. Everybody don't last this long. They just like, oh, we knew that the last era was just going to take this bitch out. They just knew it. They knew it. So be proud and stop panicking and stop letting people getting you caught up in these fucking lecturous back and forths and you just feel like you roped in on some negative shit. Telling people to talk some positive shit. Everything don't have to be about no fucking negativity or shit like that. And then if you're going to hate on other bloggers, stop stealing a fucking commentary and listening to their channels. Because I listen to everybody and I know what the fuck. I know who's in the know. I know who's good and I know who's fucking not. So stop playing these games. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nikki is blessed. Yes, it's haters. Listen, I got haters. You got haters. You know what I'm saying? It's people who don't like you. As far as I'm concerned, is if you're not doing shit to me in the physical, you ain't doing nothing. Because the God that I serve is bigger than that. You can say whatever you want and do it. You could wish for whatever you want. I'm blessed, always been blessed, always been covered. You understand what I'm saying? And Nikki is covered too. Do people not like her? Yes. Can being blessed and being covered doesn't mean that a fake fuck is going to pick up the phone and call and make false reports and stuff. That's what people do when they're jealous and they're bitter. That's what people do. when they're jealous and they're bitter and they're haters and they hate to see that face. You remember when Nicki was promoting the Queen album, and this was already when the hate had started. And she said, "I know that people see this little thing here, and they like she keep kicking, and they like, what is it going to do to get rid of this bitch?" And he said, "You can't get rid of me, bitch. You can't. You can't." Nicki is covered. She's blessed. Fuck all of the fucking speculation and all that dumb shit. She's blessed. Focus on the good if you want to focus on something, and stop listening to people if you don't like their motherfucking commentary just to keep your name in the mix and be quoting their name and doing all of that weird shit. And you really a fucking fan. You a fan. Motherfuckers is fans, and they be hating because they don't like how you move without needing them. The fuck out of here. Like, keep that shit on the straight and narrow, point blank. We laser focused to be here for Nicki Minaj. You shouldn't even be worried about no fucking other blogger. And on some real shit, like I remember like before, like on some real shit, like maybe like a two years ago, like it would infuriate me sometimes, and I learned because you know what? I feel like when you reflect, you learn. It used to make me so mad, like when Armand would talk shit about Nicki, and I said, you know what? This is a content creator. He's gonna do whatever the fuck he wants to do on his channel. I'm not fucking going live every time, and just because I'm not, to me, I'm not doing that because it's a fucking waste. That's his channel. I wish a motherfucker would tell me how to title a video. I wish you would. And when I hear any complaints, you're just gonna make me do it more. Yeah. And I learned that from Nicki when she came in the game, and she said that shit years ago when she was like 2010. She was like, I don't know why people think they could control me and they could tell me what to do. You tell me something that you don't like, I'm gonna do it even more. So yeah, don't ever think that you could fucking control me. Don't. And you ain't no fucking threat at all. At all. So listen, I hope all of y'all are blessed. It's 10:49. I do gotta my friend came back today, so he's coming to get his dog. I can't wait for her little ass to get up out of here too. She's very peaceful, but she just be trying to eat my food when I'm, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just not used to that. But I do want a dog. Do any of y'all have dogs? I want to get, you know what? I just feel like for me, I gotta get, I feel like this though, right? If I do get a pit bull, it gotta be a girl. I just feel like girl dogs, their temperament is better. Yeah, their temperament is better. They're a little more they are protective or whatever the case may be, but I don't think I want a male dog because they could just get yeah, just a little out of hand. But honestly, I do want a pit bull, but I want a kind of corso. That's what I really want. A kind of corso. That dog, they just don't play no motherfucking games. I'm gonna tell you true. This is the two dogs that I want. I'm gonna get either one or the other, but I'm gonna wait until I move to get those dogs so that I can have a backyard and everything. Let me tell you, the two dogs I'm gonna get. Well, one or the other. I'm either gonna get a Cane Corso or I'm gonna get a Doberman Pinscher because they don't fucking play. Them niggas going yap you, yap, yap, yep, yep. They gonna get you. I want a Doberman Pinscher. I don't really want a I don't know. And then with kids, I get a little nervous. And you know, my nieces, they be coming back and forth. And sometimes the dogs don't know you. I don't know. I don't know how the dog is gonna react or anything like that. So I want to be wise about the, you know, the selection of the type of dog that I get. But yeah, man, I'm about to get up out of here. I hope all of y'all are blessed. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that Cardi B fans, I'm not saying that she was, but I feel like it's something in that fray. Somebody around that motherfucker sent those fake calls to the police on Nicki. You know that they did. You know that they did. Also, let me know what you think about the DC Young Fly situation. Do you think that did you think that his speech was sincere? What did you think about the post that he made on his Instagram page? He didn't mention anything about his love for her. He spoke about it from the love from the kids. I mean, do you think anything is wrong with that? I just felt like he did the best that he did that he could. I want to remind you that everybody is not going to be like, and this is what I appreciate from different bloggers, from bloggers to bloggers. Everybody is different, right? For the people who I listen to, but it's just like certain people I can get, like I get a more well-rounded like understanding. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is different. Sometimes I even do commentary and I go back and listen to. I'll be like, damn, you should have pieced this. You could have did this better. You could have did that better. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always reflecting, but then it's like people who I listen to, they give it up like that all the time. And I appreciate that, like from them, whether I speak to them or not, I can just appreciate it. Imagine me liking the people like who I named. And then I'm coming up just being like fucked up and like being shady to them, knowing that I listen to them all the time. You a fucking fan. And then you're trying to start all of this fucking division and try to, I don't know why people do that. You really just, you making it worse for yourself, honestly, because you ain't doing shit to me. Point blank. So anyway, this is your boy LaRon, female rapper Lee. I hope all of y'all have a blessed week coming up. I feel like I got to get back into my uploads because I love going live and shit like that. But I feel like I got to get back into my uploads. I got to just start. I gotta get my shit back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I got a mark that I want to reach. And today is the 11th. And then before I know it, it'll be the 20th. And I'm not going to be able to reach my mark. Nope. So I got to do an upload. I just got to just do it. So make sure that you look out for that. Make sure that you subscribe to all of my make sure that you put all notifications so you know if I do an upload or if I go live. Yeah, and I hope that y'all, just taking care of yourself, eating healthy, adding more fruits and vegetables to your diet, exercising as much as you can, especially if you're on your work break. If you're a woman, be careful if you walk in them garages. Niggas be doing crazy shit in garages and all of that. So get your workout and drink more water and eat more fruits and vegetables. And that's all I could really say. So yeah. Let me read some of these comments before I get up out of here. Cause I be in the zone. I don't even be reading the comments. I be feeling bad, but let me tell you, this is my trick that I do, right? I have to be so consumed in what the fuck I'm saying, because if I don't, I will fall off of it and I will start reading comments and then just get thrown off. Just sometimes I be saying so much shit that I be getting confused to I be trying to connect the points and I make sure I do it, but I don't know. I just kind of I like to be in my own type of thought process and my own shit. So I appreciate y'all making comments though. So real talk. Thanks. Same to you as well. Yes. Have a blessed week. Be blessed. And yeah, stay prayed up, because there's always people who will just try to listen. I don't get moved by words. I don't get moved by that shit. And then, the God that I serve is higher than anybody trying to do any funny shit. Talking through these funny ass fucking microphones and shit like that. It's like people don't even know the real you, and you got a nerve to be worried about. So if you can critique me, I can critique you. So yeah, stop having these people panicking and worried about Nicki. She's fucking blessed. She's on the Barbie soundtrack. Them niggas came to her. Like she said, they came to her. She didn't feel like they had to, but honestly, it was only right. If she had a fucking hex, she wouldn't be moving like this. Nicki went #1. She's successful in her career. Now, can we be honest and say that there are some suppressions? Of course, there's some suppressions. We know that radio is one of the places where she suppressed that. Actually, let me bring this up right now. I'm gonna bring this up to just see. Let's look at the charts and see what's going on for this week, for today, just to kind of see. Let's see if Princess Diana fell back down, even though they gave us some bullshit streams yesterday. 111,000 when we worth more than that. Keep them fucking 111,000 updates. I want 500,000 plus updates. Like, what the fuck? 15,000 overall radio? 15 million? Come on, nigga. It's like they keeping us stuck right here. And then look at this. Where's Dochi? Oh, Dochi getting 370,000. I ain't even mad at it. Redemption for her other song. She had 20 million. I ain't mad at it. Get your shine, black woman. But I'm noticing the funny shit. So let's see what's going on down here. Look at this. Almost a million. Look, almost a million. Keep your eyes open. And then these people, they think that what it is with the Cardi B fans and the LATTO fans, they know that we know that shit is not real. They know that we know that shit. Why ain't everybody's song getting that? And at first when it came out last week, I thought that it would go like everybody else. Did you see Cali's area code? 300,000. Let's see what Sexy Red got. I know that I'm about to be disappointed right now. I know that I am. What they get, 60,000 or what? What happened? Let's see where it's at. 150,000? Stick that shit up your ass. You see what I'm saying? Where it's just like, we got to fight. We have to fight all the time. And this is why we constantly have to break this shit the fuck down. We got to fight all the time. And this bitch, like, come on, this shit is, where they at on the Spotify charts? And this is in the doing of Atlantic Records or Lotto's label as well. Come on. Y'all niggas is, yeah, and this is what makes you look more like a gimmick and more like a joke. You know what I'm saying? This song right here should be way higher right now. Also, I told you I wrote my letter to the radio stations. Let me just tell you, I'm not going to tell you what I wrote wrote. But what I did put in this letter, at first I was gonna lie and make it seem like I was a Cardi B fan, but then I thought about it, and my integrity just could not have that bitch in the title saying that in my letter saying that I was a fan of her. So I removed that shit. I kept it very G in my shit, and I just said that I don't appreciate. I said I feel like every female rapper or every artist coming up should be able to get. And I named some names, and I said I feel like they should be getting that the same radio play as any other person. So it's like you make the playing field unfair because we see across the board the video views is there, the streams is there. Why the fuck we getting Eensy Beansy Spider fucking radio updates? Like, no, you got to talk about shit like that. You have to. Why the fuck we getting? Stick that 100,000 up your ass. So it's like they already got 7 million. So by the time they get it, so what? So if they're getting like by that, if they're getting 1 million almost a day, so they're going to be like almost up to 15 million within a week. You know how long it took us to even get there? So it's like, who is on the board? So this is what I'm doing. I'm sending a letter. Not only am I sending it to the stations, I'm sending a letter to iHeart Music too, because I just feel like the fans need to understand, like it needs to be some transparency in regards to why certain songs get radio play over other songs. I want to know that. It needs to be some transparency, because we sit up here and everybody be like, make sure you Shazam, make sure you do this. This helps radio play. This does this does that, this does that. We say all of this dumb shit and we really feel like that we just doing that. Like, listen, Shazam and do your thing. But what I'm trying to say is it feels dumb, because it's like, why are we doing all of these things? And these people who really don't even have no interest like that, they getting almost 1 million update every fucking day. The playing field is unfair. I want to tell you guys this. So let's do this. And I'm not uploading my letter to here because it's not for everybody to see. Because then you're just gonna have the mimic Minajes, but they can't mimic because they're the ones who benefit. And they just don't need to deserve. They don't deserve what they don't deserve to see what I wrote. But what I will tell you is I think that you should write and you need to compose your own letter, and you need to do that too. Look up, it's not hard to find. Look up, go to Google and put urban radio stations. I looked up the urban and rhythmic radio stations, so I have the addresses. You get your stamps, you type up your letter, and you make it very concise and clear what your point is. And I think, because listen, back in the day, was it Mariah Carey or who was it that fans like sent all these letters to radio because of the treatment? We can't let this go. The album is coming soon. So listen, we got to make sure that we got this shit in motion. So we need to flood them with letters and ask them what the fuck is going on. Why? Listen, we watched this happen with Good Form. We watched it happen with Good Form, and they did it the same way. Why is this song? Why almost 1 million plays alone on Spotify daily? Why are we getting so small updates? The shit been on the charts for 22 weeks. You mean to tell me that we've been on radio charts for 22 weeks? Oh, I mean for 22 days, because this is the days column, right? We've been on this chart for 22 days and we only amassed 15 million audience. This bitch been on the chart for 7 days and they got 7 million. So that's already half of that. You understand what I'm saying? The playing field is not fair. So I beseech you, or I mean, yes, I want you to write letters. I want you to go to Google the radio stations, Google the headquarters or whatever for iHeartRadio, and you need to start sending letters now before this album comes, because I'm just tired of this shit. The playing field is unfair, and then it's just like you trying to make people think that people enjoy a song more when it's really just not that. And this is why I constantly have to remind you, when it comes to Cardi B, the payola is just not the support of her records. It's also the blocking of Nicki Minaj, because to me it just don't make no sense. It don't make no sense at all. You see songs like this struggling, they can't even crack the top 100 of radio. Listen, and this is why her fans get hype and they think that she's something that she's really not. Like, this is why that happens. But anyway, I talked enough. You get the drift. I'm not uploading my letter. I am going to start sending that out. Well, tomorrow am I going to be able to go to the post office? I was supposed to do it this weekend, but I was chilling. Like yesterday, I had something to do for my business, and then I ended up going to the gym. But I'm going to make my business to mail these letters out by Tuesday. I'm going to make it my business to do so. So Do your part. If you want to do something, you know that this is needed. You know, as much as we talking about streaming, get into your bag and write that fucking letter up. Don't be nasty or catty or anything. Just question it. Say that you want to know why is it like her songs is being suppressed when they're doing good across the board. Question it. And it's not hard. The information is not hard to find. Google urban radio stations, Google rhythmic radio, and also send that shit to the iHeart headquarters as well. Yep. That's exactly what I did. And I told them blatantly in the letter, like what wasn't right. And I want them to, and what I was is that I asked them, I said, I expect you to change this. Yes, I did. I expect you. I expect that. Fuck out of here. That's not right. So anyway, this is your boy LaRon, female rapper Lee. I'm up out of here. Peace.